Hello! Welcome back to Overturn! I'm your host, DeoGenZ. And it's back to the story, because, sadly, the Wi-Fi community is just not there. It is a shame. A pity! And something that just can't be changed at this point, because, I will admit, I don't think you should really get this game. Oh, it's so hard for me to say it, because I did love this game at one time, but judging on how much I've played it since the original purchase, I'm just going to say there's not that much replay value in it. And it comes with the lack of interesting things to do. I mean, yeah, you customize your mech, and that's pretty cool, and awesome they threw in Wi-Fi there, but really it doesn't matter. And you, at this point, don't even need that good of servers, because if the demand's not there, who's going to test it to see if it actually really works? You know? It's just that these realms, these bots that we even fight, it just becomes repetitive. It's like, yeah, okay, so that guy has a laser, this guy has mines that he's flinging at us, okay, whatever. If you can judge how your opponent is going to be wavering all over the screen, then you pretty much have success. Now, I will maintain what I said before, that it does get significantly more difficult in the later levels. And notice I'm fighting with a different mech this time to showcase some of my other customs that I created here. This one is pretty cool. I've got a rapid-fire laser on the right hand, and I've got... what do I got on the left? Well, I can't tell right now because I'm reloading it. And we also have a large-ass laser like that. Exactly that weapon is what is on my mech as the A-charge maneuver. Okay. So, let's see. You gotta get close to him for the laser to work. That's what... oh, bastard! I thought he was gonna stay there because it looked like he was bouncing around. See, these are the fun sort of clinch-up matches that I suppose we didn't see in the first episode because I chose too low a difficulty in trying to remember how the heck do I play this game. Oh, and then the left arm is just a machine gun. So, at the rate that the laser fires, it's essentially double machine guns on my arms. And I love that. I really like the customization and fucking blasted him with the laser. Ha! 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 Oh, I almost killed him too in that unbalanced moment that he had. But the joy just runs thin, especially if you're not talking to yourself and trying to keep the action going. As if it was like a tournament and I am the grand announcer on this thing. You know, it's just not that fun all by yourself. And, you know, obviously, if there was more people to play with on Wi-Fi, it would be a better experience. But that's not the case. And part of the reason that's not the case is because of the non-compelling battlefields. It's really unfortunate to say. But since most of the mechs handle the same way in the way of their maneuverability, putting me on a grassy, very kind of cheesy-looking extended football or play field, really, I don't know what kind of ball you would play on this kind of field. There's 4 protrusions from the main square of grass, and there's stands everywhere. I guess this is an exclusively made mech battling stage. But still, okay, great. I've got 4 different partitions to move around in, bump around and hover with my bot, but it doesn't change how quickly I maneuver. One bot is not better on one terrain than another, and that sort of makes for... you know, I guess it's an easier thing to do if you're just programming for the first time, or you're still a new developing company. You don't have to think too much into how your characters balance out in the ways of customization, and that's probably what led to such a good plenty of customization options being available from the onset, is the fact that, unlike Smash Bros., a very well-refined game that takes its characters into great consideration for programming them to be fighters, this game just basically does a blanket statement. It says, okay, this weapon's going to be this effective, that weapon's going to be that effective, here's the range of each weapon, here's the effectiveness in force of power, and there you go, release the mechs on the field. It really does get bland over time. It's like, you know, okay, great, I'm taking on a robot that has smarter AI over time, but at the same time, I'm not really having any memorable mech moments, which is not okay, not bueno, not bueno at all. The reason I fell in love with mechs was really because of Gundam, and a big part of Gundam is the storyline. There's so many intense, literally tear-jerking moments in that mech series that to have this is almost just an insult to the entire craft of mechs. And okay, they're giant killing machines. But the way that they approached the idea of a giant killing machine in Gundam was marvelous. It was the idea that, will war ever stop? And they challenged ideas like, if ultimate pacifism is not going to work, if there are still going to be warmongering, power-hungry fools, then what will result from these super-powered Gundam battles? What ended up happening, and spoiler alert here, I'm not going to expel too much of the exclusive story to their characters and what happened, but as you would guess, it's this basic story of humanity and military power. It's militarism. It's what happens. People get threatened by one giant gun, and then they got to go off in an underground bunker somewhere else and design another military gun. So it's just a giant power struggle, and I really enjoyed that dynamic. And I wish that there would be more mech series out there, or rather, mech games. Enough mech series. You know, there's plenty of series that involve mechs in them, but there's not enough games that have you battle in a mech and control the movements, the hand movements of a mech. You saw that in No More Heroes 2. There was one boss battle, and that's on the channel that Vlad did here. You know, there's one battle that you have that uses a mech, and even that is a very, very on-rails fight. There's only a couple of moves you can do. You have a limited range of motion. You're not moving all over the field like this. And, you know, cool. I get to move all over the field. Much better than having a mech battle on rails like No More Heroes 2. And obviously that was just sort of more of a gimmicky boss battle than anything, you know, just to make it unique, because there were so many different variations on No More Heroes 2 bosses that was a really valid way to portray that boss. But still, even said, I am looking for some kind of mech game that delves deeper into the idea of piloting these massive machines. The idea that, holy crap, we can create these things. One of the shocking and most scary things about the Gundam series was it was prophetic. Okay, they predicted mobile suit dolls way before, alright, I shouldn't say way before because I'm not in the military and I have no idea when drones actually came about and when they were actually testing them without our knowledge. But mobile suit dolls are automated killing machines, just like drones. So, we're going to drop the episode here. Let me know in the comments below, do you want this to continue? Should we continue conversating over mechs or not?